Next up, we've got Floppy Deep Dive.
Welcome to Floppy Deep Dive, and I'm just hanging out again in my retro room, and it's kind of dreary here in Texas, so I thought it'd be a good day to do another What's on That Floppy. Yep, I love diving through all my games and going through the collection and sharing with you guys all the things I downloaded from the BBSs back in the 80s. And if you did that and you have your old collection, I recommend getting it dug out of the attic or where you got it stored and load these games up. These floppies are sturdy. They've been in attic for 100-degree weather many years and they're still loading it up. And I'm going to be loading this one first time in 30 years, checking out what games are in here and sharing it with you guys. So go ahead, pull up a chair, grab a joystick, and let's get started. Boom! Oh, son of a... If you didn't know, Floppy Deep Dive was actually created for me to be able to go through my collection and play these old games and then share it with you. And it's kind of evolved over the last 3 years. We're now over 5,000 subscribers, which is great. Thank you guys for joining. But we want to continue to grow, continue to have fun, and check out all the retro games that we have and the retro computers, and of course all the retro software and all the floppies that I had. Alright, so the first one on here is Farmer's Daughter. So Farmer's Daughter is an adult text-based game. For those who know, you know what this game is. I'll talk a little bit about it. Like I said, it was just a text-based game for adults. Of course, we were kids back then, so of course we were going to load it up and check it out and see what it's all about. And the whole idea is you want to get with the farmer's daughter. And there's a lot of obstacles along the way, and it's completely text-based. You got to try to make the right moves and not, I believe, get killed by the brothers or the farmer of the farmer's daughter. So that's what that is. So the next one on here is Uridium 2. And of course we all know Uridium, and I don't remember there being a Uridium 2. This might just be a little update they did maybe, and then they called it 2. Presents Uridium. It says Uridium. It doesn't even say Uridium 2. So this could just be Uridium, the original game. Very cool opening crack screen. They put a lot of work into that. Let's play some Uridium. Love this game. And you can get flying on here fast. I try to go a little slower so I can maintain my speed. Take out all those ships. So I have a little control here and try to get farther. Land now. All right, so we went and landed. And I got the original floppy of this game. I liked it so much. I'd like to have it in my collection. And this is just so well made. So that's Uridium. We've all seen it before. I'm not sure why it's Uridium 2. I had this one before, but maybe they did a little update. From what I recall, they did do some kind of update on it, so that's maybe why they're calling it 2. But let's go ahead and move on to the next game. So this truly is the game of Tug of War, as you can see. And I don't recall playing this, and I don't know if this is ripped out of some other game that had multiple different games, or this was a game that was truly just dedicated to Tug of War. Not sure. Let's see if I can get this started. It really didn't give me a screen. That's what made me think this is tied to something else. I think I might be the red one, and I'm just trying to pull in this direction. I don't even know what buttons work. But I know if I'm not pushing, that guy in the back is just standing straight up and down. But when I do push this way, he goes, yeah, he goes this way. So I'm going to keep pulling this way. And it looks like we're the red team. And again, I'm sure this has to be in some other game, because this would be really cheesy to just put Tug of War by itself. I don't know if you saw Tug of War as a game out there in the store. Would you spend money on it? And of course, most of us were pirates back in the 80s and didn't spend money on it anyway. But I won. Red screen comes up. Player 1, 20. Got some bagpipes playing. So I'll have to do some research, see what this game actually came out of. But that's Tug of War, guys. Love it or leave it. That's what we got. Blizzard Part 1. It looks like it says Blizzard. The only thing you have to do is to shoot humans. Looks like it came out in 1986 Part 1. So I think I gotta shoot this or it's gonna blow me up. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yep, it blew me up. So if I see that come flying down at me, I need to go and shoot it. All right, let's try again. Let's focus on just shooting those things. All right, now they keep throwing them at me. Give me a chance to shoot the guys, maybe when they're more out in the middle. Got that one. Come on, move over. Dang, it didn't. I shot it. You guys saw that I shot that right there, and it still got me. All right, let's try this again. Again, not the top-rated game of the world here. Trying to shoot these guys. They seem to, like, when you shoot them, their body melts. See how it kind of just turns into a flesh blob? Oh, I got two coming at me. Got that one. Don't know if I'm going to get this one. Got it. Oh, okay. Ah, if it was still exploding a little bit, it hits you and it kills you. Ridiculous. You know, this game's stupid. I'm sorry. I just got to tell you. I mean, it's very generic, very plain. I would not recommend this one. Looks like next is we've got Sublogic Baseball. I always liked baseball on the Commodore 64. This one I can't say is my favorite baseball because my favorite is probably, of course, Star League Baseball and then Hardball, you know, by Accolade. Those two are probably my favorites. If you're liking this video, is this something you enjoy? Is people checking out, you know, playing retro games and retro games on the Commodore 64? Don't forget to hit that like button. Give me thumbs up. Love to hear your comments down below. So I got Play Pure Stat Baseball. I can update and create a stat disk, and I could trade players. I'm going to go straight into playing the game. So here's our directory. We've got the 27, the New York Yankees. I've got the 1955, looks like the Brooklyn Dodgers, 59 LA Dodgers, the 61 New York Yankees, the 62 San Francisco, 69 New York Mets, 75 Boston, and 76 Cincinnati. I'm going to go with 69. You can't go wrong with that, number 6. And that's our visiting team. And then the home team, I'm going to make the good old 76 Cincinnati Reds. Inner stadium disc. Do I have a stadium disc? I'm going to hit return and see maybe it's on here because I didn't have a side one. Oh, there it is. So we got the Sublogic Stadium, the Yankee Stadium, and the Dodger Stadium. We're going to play at the Sublogic Stadium. No, that's boring. Let's play at the Yankee Stadium. So I guess the stadium disc is right on here, which is good because I did not have a separate disc. Now I could do the type of game. I could do an all-computer game and just let them play out this game. I can do a one-player game, two-player game. I'm going to do one player so I can play along and see how it works. And select the team that the computer manages. He can manage the visitors, and I'll be the home team. All right, play ball. So here we go. We got the New York Mets, 69 Mets, the Miracle Mets, and we've got your Cincinnati, the Red Machine, right? Is it the Red Machine? I think that's what it was. Anyway, play ball. So press return for normal pitching. 1, pitches aggressively, pitch around batter, intentionally walk, pitch out. I am going to just do normal, so I'm just going to hit return. Press return for normal fielding. Yep, just normal fielding. All right. So they get a hit. Tiagi got it to left field. This time I'm pitching aggressively. A little bit of a different angle. He's stealing. Oh, we got him. He's dead to rights. Thrown out by Mr. Bench himself. When you got Johnny Bench behind the plate, you can't be trying to steal on him. All right, here we go. We're just going to normal pitch, normal fielding routine. Let's pitch that in there. All right, down the line. Oh, it curved hard at fair. Right to my guy. This guy didn't even have to move. Second base. And we go on. George Foster caught it. Oh, fly out. So just flew it right to George Foster. He caught there. Let's do another normal. I see it switches. So we got another right-handed batter. He clobbers it. George Foster could not come up with it this time. And it's cool to see these old names of these old baseball players. If you're familiar with baseball and played baseball, I've collected baseball cards as a kid. I haven't collected baseball cards in years now, but as a kid, it was a huge part of me growing up. Loved collecting baseball cards, playing with the baseball cards, using your imaginations and dice. Did anyone else do that? Had the dice and you played baseball? We used to take pizza boxes and make that as our field, make it a diamond, and then you put the cards all in the right position, and then you'd roll the dice for balls and strikes, and if they get a hit. And we had a whole system created as a kid, and then they could run the bases and battle two teams against each other. It was awesome. It was a great memory. I don't know if anyone else did that, but if you did, put it down in the comments. I was huge into playing and collecting baseball cards. So that's it, guys. This is Sublogic Baseball. I know it's not the most interesting video to watch, but I just wanted to show it to you. That's what's on the back side. This is all keyboard controlled, and you're more of the manager, Sublogic. So it's not really you using the joystick to bat or catch or run. It's just you making the decision as the manager to be able to do what you got to do in this game. So that's Sublogic Baseball. We looked at everything that was on this floppy. I would have played the Sublogic Baseball. I do enjoy that kind of thing. I probably did a whole 9 innings. Of course, I love Uridium. That's a great game on there. The other ones, The Farmer's Daughter, like I said, if you know, I can't really go more into that one. I'm just not that type of channel. Tug of War, kind of generic. It's got to be pulled out of something because you just kind of start right up. And then Libyan Commando was just ridiculous. Just a cheese game. There's a lot of those kind of games, and that was one I just give thumbs down to. So did you play any of them? Let me know down in the comments, and until next time, thank you for joining me on another floppy deep dive. Boom.